Alright, welcome back to another beta update. Just a few days ago, they just released a big moon phases update, but now there's another one which apparently adds lasers. There should be chapter markers on this video, so feel free to go there if you want to skip ahead, but I'm just going to go over a couple of the patch notes. The security lasers obviously was added to the museum, and they also added a fire to the big Semibot head, apparently, in one of the museum modules. The Teethbot, which is a new valuable, can now apparently mimic players' voices. That's kind of cool. There's also been a bunch of balancing changes. I'm just going to name them off. They removed the 10 limit enemy orbs. The enemy respawn timer no longer scales with difficulty, which is a huge change, because once you reach past level 20, basically every enemy respawned instantly, which made the game extremely difficult. This is a big one. Guns deal 80 damage, which I don't know how much they did before. I think they did over twice as much, and stuns medium enemies instead of heavy enemies, which is a huge change. Now, there's been a couple fixes, and I really hate to see it, but they fixed the I guess it was an accident. It was an accidental long indestructible timer on the first grab of valuables, which you can see in my last video. I actually showed off that you could actually pick up an item and hit it into stuff without it taking damage for a good 2 to 3 seconds. Apparently that was a bug, so now it's back to like pretty much half a second, where if you pick it up half a second later, then it could actually take damage. All right, but anyways, let's go into the game and let's see some of the new stuff that's in here. Now, obviously, I do have the mod where I can actually go to whatever level and give myself like basically anything. So I'm just gonna go to let's say level 10. I'm just gonna go over to Museum of Human Art, and I think I'll also give myself 13 strength and a few speed and a few jumps. Why not a couple tumbles as well? All right, we're here on level 10, and I'm super fast, as you can see. Now let's see, do we have a Teethbot on this map? Let's see, I'm looking for a Teethbot. Aha, we do have a Teethbot. All right, now let's see this change. Now apparently this is supposed to mimic you, so if I pick it up, okay, that is super weird. I am your father. I'm your son. I'm your father. That's so weird. I did not expect that to actually do that. It's a high-pitched voice too. Hello, Teethbot. I am your father. That's so funny. What the heck? All right, so here we are in level 10. Let's see how many enemies we actually have. So we have 8 enemies. We have a robe, headman, and a trudge. So that's 3 of the big enemies. So we have 3, and then 2, I think, because peepers are small and spewers are small, I believe, right? So that's what it is on level 10. Let's actually go to level 15 and let's see what's different. Also, by the way, they changed it from 20 of these blips to 40. So now 4 equals 1 crystal, pretty much. All right, and might as well just give myself some of these weapons so we can actually try it out. Let's see, what are our big enemies? Actually, let's see how many we have now. So we have the huntsman, we have the reaper, a clown. Okay, so that's interesting. We still have 3 enemies, even though we're on level 15. I would have expected to have more. I do know that past level 20, you do get 4 of the large monsters. But let's just take this reaper, for example. Hello, reaper. And I'm gonna try and kill her. So normally this would stun her, right? But not anymore. And let's see how many shots it takes us to kill her. That's already 3 shots with the gun. And then 4 shots. That is actually crazy, super crazy. Because before, it would normally take 2 shots to kill her. Let's do the huntsman now. So this guy's probably gonna shoot me. I'm gonna mute myself. Hello, sir. Also, he still gets stunned, even though he is a large enemy. Huh, interesting. Okay, he shot me. So 4 shots again, and that killed him. So yeah, they definitely made the gun extremely weak. I would say it's about half the damage, right? Because before it would normally take 2 shots to kill these large enemies. Now let's go back again and bring Reaper back. Hello, Reaper. I'm gonna try out this bull zap. I don't really usually use this, but let's see. I shot her. Okay, so that's a good little bit of time. That's enough time for you to like drag an enemy into a hole or something. Because it's 1 second longer stuns, and same for this thing, which I assume is probably going to be about the same time. So then again, you could bring it into a hole or something. Yeah, it's basically the same exact time, so that's actually pretty good. And that actually makes the bull zap a much better weapon because it has 16 shots, which is quite crazy. Hello, lady. 16 shots. So you can actually bring it in with you, and like while you're leaving, you can just shoot some enemies and then run or something. That could be a pretty like viable option there. Or of course, you can just spam shoot this lady. And get stunned. Okay. I might as well do a little bit of this as well. There we go. Enough to kill her. Nice. Ooh, okay, so while I'm draining this feather drone to test the crystal charging, I already saw one of the new lasers. Now, what I thought was gonna be added was I thought they were gonna have like security camera with lasers, and they're just gonna like try to look for you or something. But look at this. This is definitely new. We walk up. Oh, laser! Look at that. And if we actually, God mode, tumble mode off. If I walk into this. Ooh, that definitely hurts. That definitely hurts. That took me down by 50 health. That is some crazy damage there. Now that's a duck, which I'm actually just gonna stun you real quick. There we go. Now, if you throw items into this, I've actually tested this a little bit. If you throw items into it, it's not gonna do anything. But please give me a spewer. No spear, but we do have gnomes. Let me spawn a gnome in real quick. I do believe if you put an enemy in this, it's gonna stop. Yeah, look at that. So any enemies that will go into contact with the laser, it'll actually stop this. I also lost 25 health there. Interesting. The gnomes definitely aren't the best example. Let me get a rugrat in. So if I put a rugrat in, he gets stunned a little bit, but look at that. It like stops. Until the enemies leave, I believe, and then it'll start working again. Yep, good job, baby. So if enemies go in contact with that, it'll just stop working, which is quite cool. Yeah, it gives you a little bit of time to go in. Which I do quite like that. Okay, like short circuits or something. What are you trying to throw at me, baby? He's throwing at me air or something. Dumb baby. This is very cool. Now that we have a feather drone, we can actually see that it should take just this whole crystal to charge this one feather drone, basically. Whereas before, it was actually a crystal and a half to charge this. So yeah, it charges it fully and it used one crystal. So it's at least a little bit better than it was before, but it's still quite a lot of charge, I would say. I still think like one crystal should charge like 2 drones like 3/4 of the way or something about that. I don't know, but let's actually see if we can find any more lasers. Oh, look at this. I found some lasers. Okay, that is actually crazy. Let me give me some health. All right, I'm gonna give myself some health upgrade real quick. There we go. Then go to this should. There we go. Now let's see. Can I actually walk in between these? I feel like I should be able to. Oh yeah, you can barely walk through those. That is interesting. Oh, it goes all the way up too. Look at this. Wow, that is actually crazy. That is super cool though. Wait, let me spawn an enemy here. All right, baby. Huh, so that's actually kind of cool. It like stuns. It kind of like stuns the babies in a way. Let's see, what about a Reaper? Hello, Reaper. Hello. Just gonna go over you real quick. Wait, so if I make her go into me, is she gonna get stunned? Wait. Hello. Oh, she got stunned. Wait, hold on. Oh, but not for very long. I was about to say, just have an enemy come into you right here and then they get stunned for free. But that's not the case. Okay. That is pretty cool. I do quite like that. Let's see if we can find any more. Goodbye. Here we got a baby. We got a crazy Reaper going on. Okay. Go on. Why are you spinning? Baby? You're killing me. Oh, that's a clown. That's a hidden. Let's see, do we got any more anywhere? They kind of seem like they pop up out of nowhere almost. Aha, there's some here. Oh, and I see the fire in the Semibot head. Now, check this out. This is actually something that I figured out just by playing around. You can actually just crouch under it. If you walk to it, your character is going to automatically just crouch under it. And obviously you can slide under this stuff too. Or jump over it if you really wanted to. It's a bit risky doing like this, but I'd say it's much better just running into it and sliding. And obviously you can just crouch under this guy too. That is really cool. I do quite like that. Now, does this mean that it's like a kind of like a safe spot? Let me turn off invisibility and just do some. Let's just bring in a Reaper. Hello, Reaper. How you doing? Oh, she sees me. She gonna get me? Oh, she's gonna try. Hi, Reaper. How you doing? So they do get a little bit of damage taken. So you could almost like use this as like a little makeshift weapon. Although it takes a while for them to actually start going back up, which is kind of cool. Invisibility. Lady. You're being very annoying. Get out of here. Oh, a new extraction room, by the way. It's one of the newer ones. That's very cool. Yeah, these lasers are going to be super cool. I kind of hope they add them to other maps, but hopefully not into Headman, for example, because Headman Manor is definitely one of the worst maps for sure. Oh, look at this thing. So now there's a fire, and yes, it does damage you. I've already tested it. God mode turned off. Let me jump into here if I can. And yes, I am burning. Now it takes like five damage per tick, so not the most damage, but of course you don't want to hide in there if you're being chased. The better option is obviously just hiding right under here. It's actually a pretty good little like makeshift hiding spot. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. Let me show off the shotgun real quick. Okay, now it has 5 shots, and yes, it indeed does have 5 shots. Now let me grab myself a clown. Hey buddy. Goodbye. Goodbye, buddy. Just dies instantly. Okay, Reaper. Hey buddy. Oh, you were supposed to die. Excuse me? Goodbye. Quite annoying. Now what happens if I shoot this? Is that gonna do anything? That does absolutely nothing. Well, I would shoot you guys. Hello? Nope, that did nothing. I killed one of them. Oh, what the heck? Well, I just barely walked into that. Wait, is that actually gonna launch you? Like, look at this. I walked into it and launched me straight up. Wait. That's crazy, actually. Okay, then. Wait, you can just walk. You can almost walk into that. Wait, what? I literally just like ran into it a couple times. Okay, that was weird. Interesting. Huh, I don't know why I was able to walk through that. Oh, I'm rolling. I do be rolling. That is cool though. Wait, if I'm under here, I let go of my crouch, I can't stand up. My character's like under this. It's actually kind of cool. It's like a makeshift hiding spot. If you really wanted that to be. That's pretty cool. You can just crouch right here. Well, also new lasers. I think this one actually has lasers all over the place. It's got one here, it's got one up here. It's pretty quite crazy actually. But you guys ready for this? I'm gonna do something sick. Oh, you missed. You missed again. Ha, you suck. This guy sucks at his job. Ha, you tried. So if you're just fast enough, you can actually just run away from them. Oh yeah, enemies do take less damage from pits as well. I kind of forgot about that. Oh yeah, plus I should show you guys, just real quick, I should show you guys the indestructible period is no longer there. Like that 2 to 3 second indestructible period. You can basically like start like breaking stuff right away. Like look at that, it already takes damage right away. Basically back to where it was before. Like boom. So basically like a half a second when you can pick stuff up. Which is understandable. I guess they accidentally made it like 2 to 3 seconds where you could pick up an item and make it into stuff for that amount of time, and it was just like not taking any damage, which was kind of nice. But then again, it also made it much more easier to get items. Oh wow, I'm going crazy. Alright, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little update video. If you want to know more about the moon phases or any other of this new stuff, feel free to watch my latest video right here. I go over all the moon phases. It's basically a full showcase of everything that happened in this biggest update. This little video is basically just I was just trying to show off the new stuff that just happened, like obviously the lasers, there's a couple new changes, and they changed some weapons, some good, some not very good, like the gun. The gun actually sucks now, so you probably shouldn't get the gun anymore. But the biggest change, in my opinion, is that they made the respawn timers not scale with difficulty. Because that definitely made it much more difficult when every enemy would just instantly respawn. Once you got to level 20 plus, that basically just made it impossible, or every level would have to take like an hour to 2 hours long, which is too much, I would say. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.